A show called The Vending Machine Diaries.
I think we just eat crappy food from your vending machine.
So there's Nature Valley.
Oh, that's not that bad for
Yeah,
you.
these used to be like bestsellers, and then everyone's like, these are shitty.
They're really bad.
Yeah.
And like you try to eat them in your bed,
Yeah.
ruins your
Everywhere.
shoes. You got.
Look at all the crumbs.
I ate those a lot in college. That's why I was talking about
Mostly
eating them in my bed.
granola bars and ramen noodles in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
How do you eat the ramen noodles in your bed?
I never ate ramen noodles.
And
I don't ever. I don't think I've ever had ramen noodles.
Wow.
Does that make me privileged?
That makes you privileged.
I don't think anybody's on here.
There's 0 people so far. Hi. I think this is being recorded.
I think it's because everybody in your group left my group and stopped like being active in the 6-figure digital marketer and was like, Jeff's cooler.
Well, it's the butt.
It's the butt.
Right? Like, they had a choice between your face or a cartoon butt.
Get married already. Who
I don't-
said it? We can't tell who
It's not
commented.
legal in Florida yet, so.
Is it not?
I know it's legal in Massachusetts. Now, this person acts like I do on the internet anonymously.
I bet you that's
Is that JR who's in a monastery?
don't make fun of it. I'm going to a
Are
monastery.
you going to be online live
No,
but in a
I'm
monastery?
guessing that's James Cluster saying kiss. Oh my god, am I right? Oh no, James said get married already.
Okay,
Robbie said kiss.
gotcha.
That's so funny. What's up, guys?
If Robbie's talking all the smack, are you going to kick her from like your life tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right.
Robbie,
Keep talking. Yeah. see
we're
what happens.
canceling the interview tomorrow. Fuck yourself.
Can you say that in a Facebook Live?
Hey Jody, what's up, Kyle? I can't in my group.
Okay, that's fine. If I say it, I get kicked.
What's up, Travis? So basically, we're gonna start calling these the vending machine diaries, where we just eat crappy vending machine food and answer any and all of your questions. So throw them out there. Beavis and Butthead in the house.
2
Fucking
serving
serving.
sizes? It's like 70 carbs in here.
That sucks.
This is horrible.
It's supposed to be healthy.
I fucking hate food.
So
should I hang
yeah, we'll answer any of your questions along the way.
Someone asked
What's
me about
up?
my shopping mall.
So Jeff landed a shopping mall for $2,900 a month, a huge business. You want to talk about that?
Only if somebody asks. I'm not doing it unless somebody asks.
Ask him about a shopping mall.
Ask me about my shopping mall.
Do it,
You know, I don't know where that landed, but.
Kobe.
Did you
Hey.
say Toby or Kobe?
Kobe.
Oh, I said.
Hey
Kobe.
guys is not asking him about a shopping mall.
I'm not
Ask
doing
him
it
about a
so
shopping mall.
Are-
Hey Ben, what's up, Chiquito? What's up, Temple?
This is literally the worst intro to any Facebook Live.
I know. I'm surprised people are still watching. This is embarrassing. This is what's in my group now.
It's just embarrassing moments of vending machine diaries.
Yeah, spam and shitty lives.
Somebody asked about my chopping mall, so that's also not.
Shopping mall. Oh, it's because I had cookies in my mouth. And got me
Gotcha, the
sounded
chopping
like
mall.
shopping mall.
Okay.
Thanks, James. You jackass.
You jackass. Okay, so there's a shopping mall like 15-minute walk for me. Like my office is kind of like in the ghetto, but 15 minutes away, it's like all nice and pretty and stuff like that. And there's literally a shopping mall that is, I mean, we walked, it was like barren. It
Yeah.
was like, it felt like one of those zombie apocalypse movies where you walk around a mall and like you see another person in the shadows and they run at you, except there's like 2 teenagers trying to like make it.
Yeah,
like
there are a
hallway.
bunch of dark corners, and it's just middle schoolers making
Yeah,
out.
pretty much. Like that was it. And I remember going there as a middle schooler, but I wasn't popular, so I wasn't making out. But like it used to be like a happening place when it was new 20 fucking years ago.
So when I was in middle school, didn't make out either. Like
Either.
I would go to the library and try to like be with the girls, and then they would paint my fingernails. So I was
Oh
like,
my God! Do not share that with the world. Holy
Did I say
crap.
that out loud? I was in middle
Oh
school.
my God!
We all do embarrassing shit in middle school.
Why would you tell people that?
I
I
don't know.
would bury that deep and never.
Really? I don't give a shit.
Well, now other people care. Oh my God. So yeah, so there's a shopping mall nearby, and what's interesting is when the shopping mall was built 20 years ago, there's no competition. That was the only place to go. That's where everybody went. And now Wynwood is a thing. Dadeland is a thing. Coconut Grove is like getting built up big. Aventura Mall is huge. And all those malls have really developed a strategy.
Bury that deep.
Bury that deep. a strategy of attracting like international people to spend too much money. Like there's a Tesla store in all of the places that I mentioned, except for the one that I didn't mention. And what was really interesting is I know that they have a challenge, and there was really no way for a solo digital marketer person, digital entrepreneur or whatever, to approach $100 million company that owns like 10 shopping malls in Miami, but 18 in South Florida. And what was really cool is my referral partner said, Jeff, you should probably take this meeting. She met them at a Chamber of Commerce.
And how much business has your referral partner brought you?
Oh, like $300,000.
Yes.
Yeah, so far, tracking 300 grand for the total this year, which is like insane.
Yeah.
She says, Jeff, you should probably meet them. I said, great, fine, perfect. And she showed them my Facebook page, which confirms and converts. I have all my case studies on there, samples, examples, proof, all that fun stuff. And so it wasn't like a cold meeting where I had to prove myself. It was like, hey, this is Jeff. I referred him to you. That person's in the meeting with me. And they've already Googled me or Facebooked me and all that stuff. And I don't ever do custom work. I do the same exact program every single time. Onboarding docs, wallet out campaign. But there's no possible way that any digital marketer could ever pretend to be a shopping mall expert. Not going to happen. There's not enough shopping malls to be a shopping mall expert, right? Like, it's not a thing. Mm-hmm. So I didn't try to be the shopping mall expert. I said, I'm the customer research guy. I guarantee my marketing program that works. And here's the 7 steps. I'm going to pop the hood and show you how this program works. And within 2 weeks, they're like, we're in. Thank you for sending the recording. We're ready to sign. Check's coming in on Monday. I don't know why they're sending a check, but whatever. That's not true. They're not sending a check. Doing credit cards is just a phrase, right? Mm. But what was really cool about the conversation with the 2 senior vice presidents of marketing that report to their CFO about the growth of this mall is in the onboarding docs, I discovered pretty quickly they've got like a dozen empty spots where they would be more than happy to rent it out to anybody who'd like it. Except there isn't traffic to support like a Restoration Hardware. There isn't traffic to support a Z Galleria. And I said, that's awesome because we're going to run customer research and we're going to find out the reasons why people want to rent from you, reasons why people don't want to rent from you, uncover needs, wants, fears, and goals of current, past, potential customers. You've been doing this for a while. You know people who have not signed with you, right? We're going to ask them why. And then I said, and we're also going to be asking small businesses through this customer research process. And we had a conversation. We realized very quickly, like, their competition is now something like a WeWork. Low traffic. I just want to sit alone in a room. I need a big space and slightly impress people that I'm going to walk in. So it'd be really, really cool to say, I'm a digital marketer at the top of the shopping mall. That's an awesome phrase. You're like, you're the king of the castle. So guess what? We're going to be targeting people who would be a good fit for WeWork, like the Etsy people, or but the modern day version of eBayers, or like shops who are like, it's 4 or 5 people that work in a space mostly online, like business consulting, strategy services, stuff like that. And guess what? We're going to cover their needs, wants, fears, and goals. What's going to make them move their stuff, provide them reasons to sign up. And all I have to do, and this is literally in the onboarding docs, all we have to do is get one person to sign, and they'd be blown out of the water with the ROI. It's just one person to sign.
Nice.
And on average, they stay about 12 months. So they're going to make like an F ton of money from that one person. Now I'm coming in saying, here's the 7 steps. So they were super psyched. They've been like interviewing. Everybody says they've been interviewing digital marketing companies. I don't know if they do. But I was the only person ever lean in with customer research. I was the only person to say, here's how the program works. Everybody said I was trying to sell them a program. Sell marketing, just sell them. And I came in and said, what's your problem? And I'm going to show you how to solve it. And so now I have a shopping mall. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. A lot of people in the 6-figure digital marketer are still in that phase where they're Facebook ads guy or girl, the way you put it. You, with the shopping mall, are more of their CMO.
Yep.
Right? So this is what your marketing should look like.
Yep.
There was no discussion around like Facebook ads,
yep.
Facebook ads. It's really cool to see the evolution from you get into agency
yep.
or this type of agency because of Facebook ads, and then it can evolve into something totally fucking different, kind of how your agency is run right now.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I have this conversation with people in Inner Circle and on my Lunch and Learns in my public group. Like everybody's saying, like, how do I get people to buy Facebook ads? I want more Facebook ads client. And I go, you really don't. What you want is people who want to pay you a lot of money, who value what you have to say and get the results that you want. And very rarely is that a function of saying, oh, Jeff, go fix this thing. Very rarely is that a function of, oh, Jeff, go solve this tiny problem. Very rarely is that Jeff, go and do a thing. Like, you're not going to get the results you expect in the life you want by having them tell you stuff. As it turns out, that's what Facebook ads guys and gals are doing. They're like grease monkeys. And it's really, really hard to be a really rich and successful and valued member of society when you're just a grease monkey. But if you start leading with things like customer research, expanding a program, saying, here's how this program runs, direct to measure results, and we're going to measure along the way, and do things like sneaky surveys and welcome text and checkpoints and stuff like that, strategy sessions, and you're going to read expert secrets and you're going to present that information and they love you. And then guess what? You're very quickly not the Facebook ads guy or gal, you're now the chief marketing officer, you're simply outsourced. And there are a lot of agencies that will have CMOs for hire. They charge an F ton and they will leave after 6 months because that's all you want. And there are CFOs that do that. There are CMOs that do that. Entrepreneurs in residence, if you're in like the venture capital space, like, guess what? You're going to borrow me for 8 months. I'm going to get you to level 2 and then I'm out. And then you pay an F ton for them. And that's how agency owners make an F ton of money. They stop being a Facebook ads guy or gal, and then they start being a CMO outsourced. And that's an entirely different mindset. I rarely talk about Facebook ads. I talk more about the intended results and how we're going to get there. Sometimes that plan changes, but the difference in the dollars is like 10 to 20 to 1. Mm-hmm. So that type of idea.
Yeah. And all your services that you provide are around lead sales ROI.
Correct.
So Facebook ads are your vehicle for traffic, but there are all these additional components, upsells, what have you, that assist your clients in getting more lead sales ROI.
Correct.
So I'm interested in hearing from the people that are on the live. What do you provide to your clients that are not just Facebook ads?
Yeah.
Do you have upsells such as sales scripts, secret shopping, competitor research, customer research? Do you have any of those components? Do you have any additional components to that? So just type them in the comments down below. I'm super interested to hear about your guys' agencies. And again, this is an AMA, so ask us any questions and we will answer them. I think we have a few here. There's ghettos in Florida, ?
Well, Florida is an entire state, so it's not like an island.
I serve ice cream. I thought that was James. Jay, that's funny.
I serve ice cream. Expert at shopping, me too. Amazon, big win.
Cool. Alan said he does videos.
All right.
I love that. And not to knock it, it's just hard to scale if you're a one-man shop. So if you're doing video and you're doing lead generation and all that stuff, it's very hard to scale. Simplify your system. You want to do the least amount of work for the most amount of benefit.
The challenge I've always had with video is that it's almost impossible to quantify whether it's done or good enough. Like, it's so much depending upon, do you like it? Is the shot good enough for you? Is this something that you want?
Same thing with websites.
Same thing with websites. Like, it's such a creative give and forth back and blah, 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 that you end up never actually like exceeding your goal. You have this curse of 7 things where it could always be better, and then you spend so much time like studying sites and buying like Optimizely or something like that to like increase your like A/B test and split test. So I think like videos are cool. I use them in month 4 and 5 when I already have an ad that works, and then I bring in a video of stuff that they've already shot, and then I do like the band at the top and the bottom, like get your free car wash or get your free blank or get your blank or blank, blank, blank. And then all of a sudden I'm testing an improvement to an ad, which is what CMOs do. Very rarely does a CMO run around, and I don't mean to knock this way, I don't mean to be condescending, but almost never does a CMO say, I'm going to do some videos and show up and start filming. Mm-hmm. I used to do it in the beginning, and then I had to have people yell at me for 45 minutes straight to say, don't do video, stop doing video stuff. So that kind of idea.
I actually really like this question from Chris. What's up, Chris? How did you get your first client?
My first client was a chiropractor named Scott. You met him?
It was Scott?
Yeah, it was Scott. He was on my website, and he's still there. It's just a subdirectory now. And I took Dan Hender's course. I did everything. I set it up. And the worst feeling in the world was pushing play. And the second worst feeling in the world was having to wait 24 hours. Like, for some reason, It's just absolutely horrible saying, I pushed play and then I have to wait. Because it felt genuinely like my entire life's journey depended upon like that push. You know what I mean? Like right before you do an email send or push send, it's like, ah! So I pushed that and it freaked out. I waited 24 hours and then my phone dinged. The name number was like, what the fuck is that? And it was a lead actually came through. I was like, oh my God, like it worked.
That fucking dopamine boost.
Isn't it
when they come
crazy?
through, yeah.
Like I remember when I got like 17 in a month, I was like, this is the best day ever. Oh my God, I got 17 in a month. This is nuts. I'm writing a post. Oh my God, now if I don't do like 25 a day, I'm sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was my friend who's a chiropractor. I went to school with him.
I had that too with one of my first free trial clients. And then I had like, yeah, so many leads came in and then none of them converted.
Yep.
It was like, I was so happy and now it's all for nothing.
Yeah, I know.
But my first client was actually a referral from one of my good friends from high school and college.
Yep.
Her dad ran a coffee shop and she said, hey, come over. I'm sitting with my dad outside. And I chatted up with her dad. He was like, we need social media help. I was like, well, I know how to run Facebook ads now. I'll do that for you. He's like, how much do I pay you? And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
$1 million.
Yeah. So yeah, I just said $1,000 a month and he said, cool. So that was exciting. What other questions do we have?
Any ideas for marketing? Do you want to read the questions?
No, you got it.
Okay. Any ideas for marketing something that nobody really thinks about or shops about, like life insurance? There was somebody talking about final expense or something like that on one of my Facebook groups, and that's come up every now and then. And I actually got somebody scheduling with me, and it was like a random guy who didn't fill out the form. Turns out he's like the CMO of like a huge insurance company. I was like, if I'd known this was real, I would have worn a shirt. Like it felt like that type moment. And he was also with final expense. The final expense is like life insurance for when you die. So like who covers the cost of the coffin and stuff like that. And I have no idea. I really don't know. Like, is that a Facebook appropriate, gonna get results type ad? And I think the answer is no. And the reason why is because like you can divide the entire internet into two streams of life. Like one of them is I have a problem right now and I need a solution today and I'm gonna go actively find it. So like a Google, right? Like, oh God, there's a leak in my house and like the shitter's problem and like, my car exploded and like I need a solution to this problem. And the other one is like I'm going on my life's journey and somebody says this might help you accomplish your goal. One of them is Google. One of them is Facebook. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts. Like there's a lot of bang for the buck with life insurance on Google. And there's not a lot of bang for the buck with Facebook. And the reason why I can make that statement now is because like I've tried to figure it out and I couldn't. I haven't like figured out that formula. And the first person to figure out the formula is going to make way too much money, like an uncomfortable amount of money. And I know this because as I was talking with the CMO, he was saying, we're getting leads for like $2-3 a piece and they're converting for $200-300. I was like, you're printing money. I cannot help you, right? But if you can figure that, like, if you can figure out how to take the medium or the product of something that belongs on Google and make it fit Facebook, then you're going to be like an overnight success really effing fast.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
That was a solid answer.
I feel like we should record that and like just make that a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell it for $97.
$97 in 9.5 minutes. Right? That would be fun.
Did we get another question right there?
I think so. Someone says the same shit is happening to me right now. I don't know who that was. Apparently someone commented from Facebook.
Can you make up a value ladder for a plastic surgeon client on the spot?
For you? You mean, does he want me to make it for him?
I don't know.
Is that what he's
Rocco's
saying? Rocky
Rocco?
ROCO?
RCCO?
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. I was thinking of
Janinski.
Oh, you're going to be horrible at it. Janinski. Okay, I know the name. What's going on? No, I can't, and I don't. That's why I make people schedule first, and it's really hard to schedule with me like without at least 24 hours in advance, because I'm not good at making stuff on the spot. I'm good at repeatable processes. So if I have a plastic surgeon coming in, and if for some reason I genuinely believe that like my 7 steps is not going to stick, not going to convert them, but a value ladder would, then I'd pre-make that on the spot by calling 5 or 6 plastic surgeons. And I would say, can you help me understand, like, all right, if I buy this, but do you have something else more expensive? Is there something cheaper, more expensive, things like that?
How did I comment interesting?
Did you just do that?
I don't know how I did that. I didn't have it typed out. I'm freaked out.
Oh no, there's a button. Facebook will tell you what you're supposed to say.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was interesting though. Keep going.
Oh, there you go. Oh, plastic surgeon words.
Yeah.
But I one of the common things I see happening, and I don't mean to pick on you, but I will pick on the idea that's powering the thought that you need a value ladder, is that very often brand new agency owners will go into like someone who has like 10, 20 years of experience and say, here's your value ladder, give me money, and just like shove it in their face. Like, no, here's your value ladder, give me money. And very rarely do people respond in the way you expect them or that expected result. Like I tried this with a dentist, and like my value ladder slides are on Google. Like you type in value ladder, you'll see the slides that I make. And guess what? Your dentist does not care and really does not believe you and has 20 years of experience over your 2 months. So I think the value ladder thing that you're doing now is part of the selling a program or selling a marketing program idea when you should be solving people's problems. So I would have a conversation with a plastic surgeon, probably at an in-person event within neck trucking distance. And like, so what's like the number one biggest problem you have running a plastic surgeon office? And then create a program that solves that problem. And that's the CMOO path. Well, this is this Facebook ads guy or gal path. So that kind of idea. What's your process when you get a social security number? What does that say?
SS.
When you get an SS?
What do you do the days leading up?
I have no idea what that's. Social security? What?
Clarify, please.
I need a clarity session.
Before we went live, I did ask, what's the number one thing you struggle with in your agency or personal brand? Let's fix it. Assad asked, landing new clients in spite of having case studies. So I think he doesn't have case studies.
Okay.
How do I land my first client?
I don't think Assad is attracting clients that fit his background. So like if you don't have any case studies, your best bet is to talk to people who don't care if you have case studies or care if you don't have case studies. The best people that don't care if you have case studies are real life local business owners that value having conversation with somebody. Oh, strategy sessions, that's what that says.
Oh, that makes sense.
Having conversations with human beings that can translate their needs, wants, fears, and goals into solutions. Like I had a chiropractor that paid me $2,000 a month every month for a year. Like he was my first like inner circle person. And we originally talked about Facebook ads, but then I realized I should ask him about his problems. And he realized that his biggest problem is he doesn't know how to turn like the ideas in his head, he's like 65, into what should be on his website. So I was like, all right, great. So you want a picture. So that's called the slider, right? The slider, this is how you install it. I walked through, he's like, can I just pay you to do it? I was like, you got it. So he's paying me $2,000 a month for a year to translate what he wanted into his website stuff. And I would tell his web guy left, so I built his website, stuff like that. And so that does not require case studies. You want to ask real life human beings, what's the number one problem that runs their business? I do Facebook ads, that's super cool. You want to do a strategy session or onboarding docs, let's do it. In the onboarding docs, you're going to say, how many leads did you generate last month through your business, and is that a problem? And then they'll tell you and say, here's a program. And you're going to say, I don't have any case studies, but this is what has worked for other chiropractors, other plastic surgeons in your applicable metro area. So we just did a masterclass because I realized this was a real problem, and it was a problem for me. And so everybody who bought that masterclass is literally going to get a case study and verifiable proof of a Facebook ads strategy that got lead sales and ROI and conversions in 4 different cities. So they can go and they can say, I've never run this before. This is a case study and it worked in a similar metro area to yours. Do you want to do it? And then they're going to say yes. So the best answer to how do I get clients even if I don't have a case study is talk to real life human beings and solve their problems. And then very quickly you're going to find people that want to pay you a lot of money.
Yeah, I would avoid doing cold email or cold call right off the bat or ever doing it. But I know people that get into agency, that's the first thing that they do. Cold call, cold email.
Yep.
I would focus on going to BNI, going to Chamber of Commerce, meeting them face to face, going to meetups. That way you can accelerate the relationship process and you can figure out what their problems are and set up a strategy session on the spot.
The funniest part was when I signed Scott. I don't think that's a fair statement because he was my friend, but when he started paying me money, so I got access to his Facebook business page, and I could see people from Dan Henry's group using the same script that I did to cold email, and I was like, nope, delete. So like I was deleting the cold emails, I was screening the cold phone calls, and I was deleting the cold email messages.
Oh, wow.
So anyone who's just starting out an agency, employing MetaStrategy Tech had zero chance.
Yeah.
Zero. And guess what? I was his gatekeeper. You were not getting through, and neither was any gatekeeper ever allowing you through. But if you met them in person, there was no gatekeeper.
Yeah.
None. So that kind of idea.
Yep. Meet them in person, get referrals, that sort of thing.
People are. I have to go talk to people now. Oh my
Oh,
god.
the worst. So that martial arts case study is fucking phenomenal.
It's cool, right?
Yeah. Who was on the masterclass with you?
Jamie Eldridge taught that with me.
Yeah.
We had about 35, maybe 40 people. And what's cool is like somebody bought it and they're like, I'm gonna go use it today. I was like, I don't believe you. And he did. And he's like asking me questions. I'm like, I'm gonna ask Jamie. Like he knows. Jamie knows. But like he was literally messaging Jamie and me as he was having another text message conversation with his client about the case study. It was like, well, it's not done yet, but okay. So that was like pretty cool to have. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really cool. If you guys are into martial art or want to go after martial arts studios, check that out. But Derek, who actually created that case,
Derek Savaria, the bearded dragon.
Yeah, he has a question here. Do either of you work with e-com clients? I've got a pretty big brand I'm in talks with. Any tips, sales, funnel, upsells? Thanks, fellas.
If I remember correctly, he says, Jeff, you look great. I think that's what he said.
Oh, I missed that part.
You missed that part? Okay. Yeah. No, I've never done e-commerce. I've never tried. I've not been successful with it. I know that Joshua Centers is using the custom research part of my process to create and power the Facebook ads that he's creating. And so far he's getting like blown out of the water type results. But honestly, I've never done e-commerce. I don't know if I should or if I could. And there's people in the public group that are. And maybe like there's got to be people doing e-commerce in your group, right?
Yeah, no, I would suggest talking to Chris McCarthy. He runs killer e-com campaigns. I think one did, I'm hesitating to say this, but 100x, which was just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, talk to him. I'll tag him underneath that comment right now. But yeah.
Big problem for me is to get Cosmetic Studio, the plastic surgeon, to give me a good offer for the ad. So this is how you should approach it. You should say, hey, Mr. Client, think back to all the marketing that you've ever run. Which one brought in the best result? Which one like meant the most phone calls? Which one got the most sales? Which one was like, if you could run it again today, which one was like your best ad? And he's going to show you. And then you're going to take that ad and you're going to turn it into an offer. Not that hard, right? Like stop trying to pull an offer and just say what's worked in the past. And then they're going to show you the ad. And they know, or they will like try to tell you. You can also say, here's examples of other plastic surgeons, the offers they're running in similar metro areas. So don't take one from like Miami and compare it to like Huntsville, Alabama, which is a city that keeps coming up every day when I talk today. Like do Miami and like Los Angeles or like New York and Chicago, like comparable areas. How do you find offers? You can call the plastic surgeon, like spend 15 minutes. Oh my God, like, hey, so I'm a student over at XYZ University. I'm actually doing a survey. Can you tell me how much you charge for blank, blank, and blank? Okay, great. Does that include anything? Thanks so much. Bye. You could group on it if you want. You could Google it if you want, go to their website. And so you have two options. One is like you literally say, so what's been your best performing offer? Like of all the marketing you've ever done, which has been the best? And then you wrap that in customer research, make that an ad. Or you can say, hey, Mr. Plastic Surgeon, here's what other plastic surgeons in similar areas across the city are running. My suggestion is that we do X. And now you aren't having a conversation about like, you aren't giving me anything. Now you have a conversation about like, this is what CMOs do. This is what your competition is doing. This is what has worked best in the past. This is my suggested offer. So that kind of idea.
Love it.
Yeah.
Best approach for mortgage lenders in getting results for them.
I don't know. Never done them.
So a suggestion or a recommendation / referral, talk to Kemet Dominguez. He goes it with mortgage lenders. So I'll tag him in here too.
Yeah. Is that the guy that has a Facebook profile that doesn't look like him? His photo?
Might be.
Yep.
Yep.
I think so.
I'll tag him. Check him out. He's really good.
I think Austin Crum and Whitaker also does mortgages. Does Shane do mortgages or does real estate?
He does more real estate.
Okay.
But maybe.
There you go. Those two people are not obligated to respond to you. They do not have to share anything to you. We're just trying to build connections and community.
Right. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any more questions? When are you coming to Fort Lauderdale?
After August.
That's just like an hour away.
We should probably do that soon. Who asked?
Robert.
Robert's last name?
Shit. Sakayan?
Sounds familiar. Shit, we should probably do that. It's only an hour away, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do like a meetup and get like 10, 15 people.
Cool. If anybody's in the Fort Lauderdale area, all 23 on this live, just say Fort Lauderdale down below. If we get enough people, we'll probably do a meetup there.
We should probably do a thing here. Like we'll have to cap it at like 5, 10 people, like separately from Fort Lauderdale. I mean, we got space for it.
You mean in your office?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We
He has a
got,
big
like, a
whiteboard.
It's super fun. I like it. Makes me feel smart.
Yay.
Somebody says bots versus funnels, which one gets better conversions? So structuring your thoughts correctly. If you're trying to get new clients, if that's how you're talking about conversions, it's going to be really, really hard, in my experience, like, hey, potential client customer, let's use bots that you don't know about, that you think that you don't understand, that your clients do not belong to. That's what happens when I try to push bots really fast. Instead, I talk about making like a mini website, which is a funnel. What I found is that bots are really good at, like, once they're in the system, you can do like a monthly send out. Hey, we're doing discount special. If like that business is experienced, like it's February 12th and business is dropping. Great, guys. We have a Valentine's Day special, click here to sign up, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So it's very easy to upsell bots. It's hard to sell bots like right off the bat. Use a funnel for lead gen, and then you can also always upsell in month 2 or 3 to a bot sequence or to just the whole system or just a template.
When are you guys teleporting to London? I will be there in September. My grandparents live in the Cambridge area, but I'm going downtown London. I'm gonna meet with Simon, Chris, Moyner, and
That's Simon.
Oh, Simon, yeah, there you go. And I think there's like 4 or 5 other people. John Williams too. A couple people I don't remember. So all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Europe next month, so I might make a trip up to England. So we'll see. When's the next time you have a meetup in LA, Andrew? Missed the last one. I'll probably be back out there in like October or November.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah. So we also hosted our first mastermind retreat.
Yeah, that was fun.
Type deal. It was awesome. I have a program called Authority Accelerator. It helps entrepreneurs grow their, for lack of a better word, personal brand online, but basically become a coach online. So we had 4 people come in.
Yep.
5 people, if you include Brandon.
I count him. Yeah.
And it was cool. We rented out a house for 3 days. It was our first one. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing, to be completely honest.
What was the owner of the house's name?
Mark Mitchell.
The drummer of Styx, right?
Yeah,
that was cool.
We randomly got an Airbnb that was owned by Mark Mitchell, the drummer of Styx. He had his drum set in there. They played with Styx, and then Raymond. I'm gonna fuck up.
Just say Raymond.
Hombre. He started playing the drums in there, so that was really cool. But yeah, we didn't really know what we were doing. We kind of failed forward.
Yep.
I went to my first mastermind event like a couple months ago, and I was just like, I'm kind of gonna model it off of this.
That's fine.
And it turned out really, really fucking well. And we helped a couple of the students generate over $1,000 each from doing one post on Facebook while they were there.
That was pretty
cool. That was awesome.
I had a kimono.
Jeff wore a kimono, and it was
not attractive, but I wore it anyway. What else did we do? Yeah, we launched. We got a couple of people launching. We did mini module process. We did the wallet out campaign, things like that. And I think it turned out pretty well. That we may try to turn that experience into another experience, like a version 2, and consistently make improvements along the way. I thought at the end, what I liked was you asked, all right, what sucked? They just told you, and we're like, well, okay, we won't do that next time. And so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
It's really awesome when you get to meet like-minded people in one spot and just share ideas and bounce them off one another. And your growth just accelerates after you make those connections in person.
Yep.
And it's in an environment where you're strictly just there to learn and then have fun afterwards. We actually went to Topgolf. We had a hot tub and a pool and all that. So we had a lot of fun on top of that too. So
one of the guys shared his way of getting to 10,000 Instagram followers super fast for like cheap as hell. And he's like, just do this. And I was like, oh. So that was like that moment. Another guy was like contacted, I'm not going to say his name, by a 2 Comma Club guy to run ads for him. That was cool. Another guy is launching his mini module store coming up. Somebody else, I think it was like 10 $97 mini module sales.
Yep.
Somebody else that we're experimenting with like separately, that was not at the I don't know, experimenting, but not at the mastermind. They got like
James rub it in.
James rub it in. James, just saying, if you were there, I think that person ended up getting like 40 comments and is out like realizing that this individual has a lot more to offer the world than just like doing web work. I'm not gonna say her name, but like it was really, really cool, like taking her like up there. But yeah, I think this is going to be a thing that's part of like just a natural journey for digital marketing, because this is like surprisingly lonely. Like I'm just talking to my face, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you shorten your learning curve substantially
Big time
by having those conversations. So yeah, that type of stuff.
The coolest thing was watching Brandon's presentation. So it's actually in the group if you want to check it out.
Yep.
So he presented on hiring a team of VAs. And he uses it for his YouTube agency,
yep.
But you could use a similar structure for your lead generation Facebook ads agency as well. So a couple of the expert presentations are in the group if you want to check those out. Anthony Selm went over his, I called it 6-figure sales script,
yep.
And it is just mind-blowing how many different psychological techniques he uses, and like he gives you the exact responses you should use to overcome any objections. So that was really freaking sweet.
What I liked about Brandon's is, so if you've ever done any video editing, it takes for fucking ever. Like I did these 90-second videos, it took like 10 hours, right? It's like a 10x really fast. And Brandon's like, no, man, no time at all, whatever, I can do it less than I was like, I don't believe you at all. Like 100%. And I've seen his YouTube and there's widget drop-ins and the camera goes in and out and it flips, and like there's no way he does that in like an hour. It's like, no, I'll show you. So he just outlines everything he has like essentially the VA team do, including like the way you hire, the way you proof, the way you keep people like incentivized to stay with you, how you quality check, how you duplicate, how you do everything. Like this is the work that you do, so they're gonna do it, and they're gonna do it in an hour. And then he was like, and then somebody wanted to do it too, so now I charge him, and the guy is going to start running a YouTube agency out of his garage. Like, it's just like, which is nuts, but it's going to actually effing work. And now there was like, I think that he could turn that into a managed service. Like people like me that are like, I can shoot footage, I know how to do that, figure out the rest, and then pay a flat rate for it. So it's kind of cool.
Yep. And yeah, if you guys want to be tagged in those presentations, hashtag VA if you want to be tagged in that one. Hashtag your coffee's gone.
I'm out of coffee.
Why do I keep doing that? Hashtag sales script if you want to be tagged in Anthony Selms.
Oh, did you do this?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
What did you do?
Nothing. And Brandon Becker, whoever asked that question, Dustin. But yeah, cool. The retreat was fucking awesome.
Would anyone on this live be interested in seeing if we could do a retreat just for you? Like we'd have to like bring them down, like do a whole thing, but I think it'd be like really, really impactful. We're just trying to like gauge of this and see like if it works, because it was mind blowing how, I guess transformational is like the right term, right? And like how they went from here to here, things like that.
And making those connections, because I know they're working together now to grow their businesses. So when you meet in person and it's in that type of environment, you make those connections where your business is not just you or just you and a couple VAs anymore. You have basically business partners that help you grow your business and you help grow their business. So cool. If you're interested in something like that, hashtag interested down below.
You could have said retreat.
Fuck. Hashtag retreat. Cancel out that. Hashtag, I need to do that. Hashtag retreat.
Transform my face. Did somebody say hashtag? Did you say hashtag VA?
James, so funny. Yeah, VA and
copy.
YouTube.
So who did hashtag music? That's just music.
Who
Who put music?
I don't know. Jody?
I don't know how this world works. I'm genuinely confused.
That's so funny. But yeah, that'd be really cool.
I think it'd be fun.
I think we talk about agency stuff.
Talk about agency stuff. We talk about mini moduling. We talk about the customer research process, how to guarantee results for your clients.
Content creation.
Content creation, the calendar.
Growing Facebook group.
Yeah. What to put in your Facebook group so you're not overwhelmed.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be cool.
How to make a bunch of money online.
How to make a bunch of money. That's going to be the retreat name. Just like how to make a bunch of money online. It's just pictures of like people in kimonos.
These guys seem legit.
Yeah. They've got a picture with a Ford Mustang.
Yeah. Fuck you. I took that profile picture down because you said that yesterday.
Like we should have started with a Honda Civic, so it'd be like funny how like we're making fun of people who do that.
I was like, Jeff, fuck you. I'm gonna take away the Mustang and put elephant pictures as my profile.
That's
picture.
better than like you don't want to be the guy in the Lamborghini. Which is funny because that's Brandon's photo. Whatever.
How did you guys link up?
He interviewed me in his group. What, like 8 months ago? 9 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Jeff, I think you're smarter than you look. I was like, I don't believe you. And then he flew down and yelled at me for 45 minutes to let you course. And we used a whiteboard. And I can't show you the stuff on the whiteboard, but it's there. And then I was like, okay, I believe you. You're probably smarter than me. And that was it. Like the group growth has been powered by what Andrew's been telling me to do. The course has been powered by Andrew's telling me what to do. The mini modules, the customer research, and how we incorporate that into mini modules. I think I'm up to like 15,600 people, and it's primarily because I don't mean it like that, but it's primarily because I'm following like that authority accelerator process, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the butt in your banner.
The butt in the banner is
beautiful.
It's very, very cool.
Where's the kimono, Jeff?
I had to return it to Brandon. I actually wore the kimono because I forgot to bring shirts.
And you brought one pair of shorts with a paint
I don't
stain?
understand. I hold on. It was, look, okay. I don't understand. My bag was filled with clothes, and I opened them. It was just a shirt and gym shorts.
How was it filled with clothes?
So many socks. Just so many socks. I could have changed socks like 12 times.
You just wore one sock down to the pool. That was a funny time.
Yeah, because
I'm kidding. That
my life is like a series of, oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Like my life is like a series of uh-ohs, and like one of them is always packing. Like I've always forgotten stuff every single time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how that works. I just end up buying too much stuff and leaving it there.
Yeah.
North Cal retreat. No, thank you. That's too far.
Yeah.
Last questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, high fives, comments, praise.
Use the kimono for your life.
I think I should use my kimono for my life. So cool. Should I have a kimono over the shirt or just the shirt over the kimono?
No shirt.
Just kimono?
Just kimono.
I have zero chest hair. So it's uncomfortable. It's like one long strand.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I think
gross.
we're rambling now.
Yeah, we're just filling the blank until they get the last comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas.
Yeah.
But nobody cares. So.
Yeah. If you got value out of this, if you want to attend the retreat, if you want me to tag you in those videos, give us a heart, give us a like, give us all that love. Retreat doesn't mean camping.
I am very like I go camping once a year with like my fraternity, and what happens is like they announce a camping, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start preparing for this 6 months beforehand. So I have to like buy the tent and then the sleeping bag, and then there's thing under the sleeping bag, and then you can't shower for 3 days unless you go in the river. So that's like a whole thing. And then there's too much toilet paper, and then I always have to bring aloe vera, and it's like I have a trunk full of stuff, and it still sucks. Like camping always sucks.
That's awesome that your fraternity does that though.
It's super fun.
Mine's like, let's just get drunk at the fraternity house.
No, we do that in a public park, and then people yell at us. We have a bullhorn and everything. Any successful campaigns for condos builders? If you're building condos, I think you may be too advanced for this group. It's like, I've got 100 stories worth of condos to sell. Jeff and Andrew, what do you got? No, I don't know. I don't know when we're going to Philly or New York, but there's a bunch of people in my inner circle in Philly, so I probably should go anyway.
Yeah, I want to go to New York.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow! No,
yeah,
not doing that. All right, I think that's it.
Yep. Thanks for being here, guys. Give us a heart, give us a like, give us a comment.